Ladies and gentlemen, what it do? I am your host, Young, Bo, Easy, and I would like to welcome you to the show. You are now tuned into Knicks and Dimes. Coming off a loss, uh, which brings our record to 30-41 against the Utah Jazz. 108-93 was the final score. Um, for the most part, it was a good game. I would say this game fell apart probably in the last 5 minutes. So the score isn't like, an L is an L, but the score doesn't really explain the game as a whole. We were competing for the most part, and that was something that you like to see. But there was some little things that could have been done that could have, kept us in this game a little longer. But I don't know, man. It was a good game nonetheless. Still 5 games back behind the Atlanta Hawks as far as that whole playing thing goes, which personally I'm not really fond of. I really don't care for the playing right now. I'd rather try our chances with this lottery thing, although that lottery stuff never, works in our favor. uh, but I'd rather just do that, and that's coming from a very competitive guy. I'm like, I always want my team to win, and push it to the last drop. But with this situation right now, I don't see any positives of even going into the play-in. Um, Even if we were to win that playing game and then go into the actual playoffs, I don't necessarily see any positives. Um, I don't know if we can compete at right now. As there's just some things that I'll speak on later that I feel like needs to be done if we're gonna have to compete in there, even if that little Cinderella story would have somehow play out. But before I get into all that stuff, man, we're gonna cover the stats like I always do. All right, we're gonna start off with Royce O'Neal in 36 minutes, 14, 5, and 2. We're gonna do sexy stats, man. 14 and 9 for Rudy Gobert. Surprisingly, only had 9 rebounds. 36, 8, and 6 for Donovan Mitchell. 23, 6, and 4 for Jordan Clarkson. 13, 7, and 1 for Rudy Gay. RJ Barret, man. Uh, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. 13, 11, and 3 for Julius Randle. Mitchell Robinson, man, like Gobert wasn't having it. 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Like for somebody that we've been seeing, like Mitch had 10 offensive rebounds, I think, alone in the last game. And I think he had 12 as a whole. So just 10 offensive rebounds. Like the stuff he's been doing recently has been unheard of on the offensive glass. Like it's just he's been really, really killing. And you kind of knew that going into a game with Gobert, who's one of the best big men in the league. Maybe not skill-wise, but just as far as a big man, um, he's one of the best up there. And he gets paid the big bucks, and you see why. Limited Mitch completely, and Mitch played 26 minutes and was only able to get 3 rebounds. But moving on, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 34 minutes for Alec Burks, 17 and 2 assists, no rebounds for Evan Fournier, 16, 4, and 4 for Emmanuel Quickly. And that's pretty much it, man. And then 9 points for Obi Toppin in 13 minutes. More stats, we got 45% from the field as a whole, pretty much 46% for your Utah Jazz to our 37%. They shot 37% from deep, and we shot 40% from deep. They got 80% from the line, pretty much. That's an estimate. And we pretty much got 71.4% from the free throw line. We've been winning a lot of rebound discrepancies, but when our best rebounder is getting 3 boards, we're bound to get killed. 49-37. I haven't seen us getting beat on the rebound differential this bad in a long time. I can't remember the last game we lost this bad, double digits as far as rebounds go. 49 to 37. We had 10 offensive rebounds to their 9. We got 20 assists today, so the ball was moving pretty nicely for the most part. You can't really say the ball really got stagnant, so I can't make that complaint today. 16 assists for them. They had 11 blocks, and I think Gobert alone had 4 to our 2 blocks. 11 turnovers apiece for each team, man. But the problem, we're gonna start off with the part that I dislike the most, and which is why I don't want to go into a situation where it's like a playoff or anything like that. RJ Barrett played 43 minutes. He just played 40 minutes. And I believe our last game, I can't even remember who we played. We won that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we played. We won like 97 to 100. I can't remember who we played, but that's escaping me right now. But he just played like 40 minutes recently in these past couple of games, and he's playing 43 minutes tonight again. For what reason, I don't know. Julius Randle, 35 minutes, but shot the ball horribly. And I think in the last 3 games, he's like 12 for 40 something, they were saying. It's not looking good at all for Julius Randle. 6 for 21 in today's game, 28.6%, 16% from deep, shot 1 for 6. I don't know why he took it upon himself to shoot that many shots, but not many positives as far as the plus minus goes. We got minus 20 for RJ Barrett, minus 9 Julius Randle, minus 6 Mitchell Robinson, minus 7 Alec Burks, minus 9 Evan Fournier, minus 6 Jericho Sims, minus 9 for Quentin Grimes and Quickly, minus 6. The only positive was Miles McBride, ironically, who played 3 minutes. Evan Fournier had 11 points in the first quarter. Came out hot. Gave us that push that he's been doing pretty often, and I think he's going to snap that record that John Starks has for most 3-pointers in the season for us. I'm hoping he snaps that. I feel like as far as the contract that we gave him, I feel like he's done his job this season. It started off a little rocky. We couldn't find out how to infuse him into the thing, but a couple Celtics games helped out. And just as the season progressed, especially after the All-Star break, I've been pretty happy with his play. And even defensively, he's starting to put up more of a fight. And he's been averaging in these last couple of games at least a steal a game. So I'm pretty satisfied with Evan Fournier as a whole. As far as what next season holds, that's a different story, but that's not what I'm going to get into right now. He finished the game with 17 points. He gets plays set up for him, which clearly, the coach emphasizes, and let's play through him to get hot early. See if he's hot before we could even get into, RJ Barrett starting to get his buckets or Julius Randle getting his buckets and things of that nature. Why aren't the same type of plays being ran for somebody like Quentin Grimes, who you rave about? I said it many episodes ago. You mentioned Quentin Grimes to Tibbs. It's like you just mentioned a 5th grader's Valentine. And it's like his eyes light up. He loves the guy, but you don't set up any plays for him. Grimes gets everything he scores. Like he's been shooting pretty much 40% from deep this whole year, and nobody runs plays for him. There is not a play ran for this man, and he just fires up shots, and he gets it out the mud. He does it himself. You could literally run the same type of plays in practice for this shooter that you have coming off the bench, but we don't do that. He has to get all his shots out the mud. Like he does it. He has to force himself open, or somebody has to find him open once the defense collapses. And we know now, like we're approaching the end of the season. People know what's up with Grimes. Like we not letting that slide like that. We're not leaving him open like that. So why not create plays for somebody like that who you love and you rave about every time his name is mentioned? He does his thing on the defensive end. He attempted one shot today in 14 minutes. As lethal a shooter as he is, we allowed him to only attempt one shot. How does that make any sense? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Obi Toppin in 13 minutes. I don't even know how he's a minus, but 3 for 6, 50%. One of them was a 3. He shot 50% from deep. He's been looking more confident from that outside. But I understand you bringing in your stars to finish games and things of that nature. But when the bench has a rhythm going, Utah had no answer for what the bench was doing. We were getting what we wanted when that bench unit was in. Grimes sat down, Burks came in, and Burks, when the sub happened, I'm like, just bring that same energy that Grimes had. Burks did his thing. As soon as Fournier and Randall came in, took out Toppin and quickly went out for some reason, if I'm not mistaken. At a certain point, and quickly came back. He left 6-minute mark, and I came back maybe like 4 minutes, 3 minutes left. At that point, it was already too late. I think in the last 5 minutes, we scored 5 points. Unacceptable. Like, it's unacceptable. You cut off that momentum. The starters can't give you nothing. Julius is still forcing up shots. And I'm not even done with him. We're going to get into it later, a little after I make these last couple of points. But it's just, with the season looking at the way that it's looking, we went through the deadline. You wanted to make moves. People haven't seen enough from your bench to make a trade with you. The only way that they're going to be able to make moves for you is if they see your bench players play. If you want to make moves in the future, we're literally going against somebody who's in endless rumors about coming to New York. His father is a part of the New York Mets. He's from New York City. Like, it's just like, what do you... Rumors like that, and people that you would have to trade. I know RJ Barrett's name is in there, and I'm not 100% happy about that. But when you're thinking about making big moves like this in the future to progress and to compete and make moves like these dudes like Philly do or Brooklyn do and out of nothing, you're going to need to play your bench. And we don't do that. We don't do that. We playing playoff basketball in the regular season. Dudes is playing 40-plus minutes in the regular season. And sometimes when it's a blowout, like, it makes no sense. Like, it's just, dudes is playing 5 extra minutes, and when the game is already done, like, we actually winning, and dudes is still on the floor doing what? Only God knows. Like, the game, again, we find out what it is to have a star player on the floor. Donovan Mitchell was doing whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted, however he wanted. What's his stats again? 36, 8, and 6 in 37 minutes. So he basically scoring a point a minute. He got on the floor. He was getting whatever he wanted. He was shooting. He was getting into the paint. He was diming out, man. He was letting off some passes that I'm just like, I don't even think I've seen this type of stuff from Dom before. Like, he's looking so much more poised. He's just, the game slowed down completely for him. He's always been nice, but now he's just on another level. It's just, I'm going to get these buckets. You're not going to stop me. You don't have the type of player that you need on the floor to stop me. RJ Barrett was the best answer for him. The second RJ Barrett got off him, Randall or Alec Burks was in front of him, it was night-night. Give me this food. I'm eating. Like, we couldn't do nothing with him. Jordan Clarkson, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. But him, I think he had probably 18 in the first half or 22. 18 to 22 in that first half. So pretty much second half, he was Casper. We didn't have to worry about him too much. But Donovan Mitchell came through and went bananas. Now, as the game is ending, there's a certain player Julius finds himself in the paint with Gobert there. Pump fake, pump fake, pump fake, punch. When he finally goes up. Then you get to the other side, and Gobert is like playing defense, and he starts pushing his arm off and all that stuff, and starts doing the whole Randall thing, you know, getting emotional. We have no room for this. Like, it's just this isn't the type of player. I don't care what he was doing to you. You caught an elbow, blah blah blah. At the end of the game, now you want to react to it. 6 for 21, and as soon as he pushed him off, like Gobert taps him, and was like, "Yo, like my fault, like we good, like," and he keeps egging things on, and just you irritated. Like, it's just, bro, just take the L. You played horrible tonight. 6 for 21, shot 28%. It's nobody's fault. You don't look left, don't look right. It's you. These last couple games, you ain't been bringing it. This isn't Gobert's fault. It's not Gobert's fault. You've been playing great since that All-Star game, but these last 2-3 games, you did not bring it. Like, it's just... And with this, he still gets minutes. If a dude is shooting bad, like, you got to limit his minutes. I know he's your quote-unquote star. You got to limit his minutes. And then when his backup is actually coming in and giving us, like, something productive, you still take him out. You are not reluctant at all to take him out. Am I saying Obi has it all figured out? No, but he's doing the things that need to be done. Like, he was bringing energy, he was bringing pace. We wasn't seeing that the whole game. There's no fast break points in this game. None. As a combined, there's probably 15 fast break points in this game. We need that pace. We need that energy. Like, it's just, give me that, so we can move the ball around. Every time that unit is in there, we know how comfortable Quick is with Obi. I just, with Randall playing good or not, we just can't move forward with it. This isn't the type of player that you need on your squad. Then you looking at refs and grilling them, and you about to get teched at the end of the game. For what? Like, we ain't got time for this emotional toxicity on this squad. We need people that's going to move the ball around. We need Tibbs to disperse these minutes in a different fashion so people have fresh legs in the fourth quarter. RJ Barrett has nothing to give you by the time we get into crunch time. He is spent. He is spent. 43 minutes. It's ridiculous. Like, it's... And you have Grimes there for him as a backup. McBride could have played some more minutes to give people more of a rest. We need fresh legs, man. Look at the minutes. Look at the minutes on the other side. Rudy Gobert, 33 minutes. Donovan Mitchell, 36 minutes. You gave a dude a full quarter to rest. Just imagine, like... and look at the efficiency. He shot 52%, 11 for 21, 58% from deep. He has legs to finish the game. We have no business even flirting with this playing stuff, going to the playoffs. Our dudes are spent already. They're done. They're done. That's what needs to happen in the future. It seems that we're still going to be moving on with Tibbs. I personally don't want Tibbs to get fired. I just want him to realize, yo, you need to play your bench a little more. You need to stop overplaying dudes and trust your bench a little bit more. If you trust your bench a little bit more, eventually they're just gonna the game is going to slow down for them. Their confidence is going to build when they know, oh my God, after I miss one shot, I'm not going to get subbed. I could make a mistake. I have the chance to make a mistake and not get out the game. That's what needs to change if we're going to move forward. And everybody progress. Because coming into the season, that's what was lethal about us. I know we're missing D Rose and now we're missing Cam Reddish and things of that nature. Our bench gave us so much depth. We're not as a full unit right now. We done had some injuries and all that stuff. But if we want to progress moving forward, Derrick Rose quickly, Grimes, Cam Reddish, things of that nature. We need to limit the starters' minutes and be able to trust our bench a little more. And then watch what happens. If Fournier goes to the bench and a dude like Grimes or Cam Reddish goes to the starting lineup, I understand the whole contract situation with Randall. It's probably going to be hard to pitch it off right now. And I have an immense amount of frustration towards the Sacramento Kings right now. But it just is what it is. I don't know what strings we're going to pull during this off season and the draft and blah, blah, blah. It just is what it is. But as far as this season, I think we should just keep trying to play these young guys. Obviously compete, but these young guys need to get more run. And let's let them get their confidence up and let us see what they can do. And maybe if you wanted to trade them, at least people know what these dudes play like with a valid amount of minutes. That's what I think, man. It's just next, man, we got the Hawks, and then after that, Hornets, the two teams that's ahead of us as far as that playing situation goes. The Hawks, I think we either 2-0 or 3-0. We done beat them pretty much every time we see them this year. So that's the team that you have confidence against. And now they're missing John Collins. We'll see what's up, man. After that, the Hornets are more of a concern, but let's take it one game at a time. I don't know. Yeah, that game is at 7:30. So after that game, I'm going to give you that breakdown and tell you what I think of that game. You already know what it is. I'm your host, Young Bo Weezy. You've been tuned into Knicks and Dimes. I know I went on off a little more than usual. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. And for the new subscribers, man, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the first show. Like, comment, subscribe. Share with your peoples, man. I truly, truly appreciate it. And hey, I'll catch you on the next one. You already know what the vibes is over here, right? Love, gratitude, positive attitude.